Top of the day to you across the globe, wherever you're watching us on Grandly Television channel. Once again, my name is Enoch Akusha, and today I'm anchoring our program. Let's talk about it. In the studio today, from our Maryland studio, I have somebody who is well versed in the issue of technology, an engineer of note who didn't just read engineering but also practices it. I have on the studio Otis Umude. Otis, you're welcome to the studio.
Thank you for having me today.
Yeah, our topic today is very important and the one that should matter to everybody across the globe. And it's titled Quantity versus Quality, the African Question. We want to take a swipe at why do we have substandard products in Africa? Why has African, become the dumping ground for substandard products across the globe? In the US where we live, they have systems in place for compliance. Standard, you just have to do what is right. In particular, there are some equipments and materials you buy and they will just write for the American market. And I found out that they don't bring anyhow product to this system. What do you have to say about that?
This falls back to regulation.
Mm.
I think African government has to be more strict on what comes into Africa. The U.S. is not perfect, but we have what we call FCC, who regulates electronic components that come.
What's the meaning of FCC?
FCC stands for Federal, forget the full name, Commission something. They regulate um, most of the electronic equipment that come into the U.S. So I'll give you an example. You have cell phones. A company like Samsung says they want to build iPhone 12 for AT&T, and this phone has to last for this battery hours. It has to, it can do whatever it claims it wants to do. Before AT&T signs an official agreement with Samsung for those devices, they enter into a understanding to begin with, and that goes through FCC. FCC have to check to make sure this product could meet the standard that it needs and also could pass their own test. So a company like AT&T, which is a telecommunication company, would hire consultant companies to test to make sure it meets the requirement before those phones are brought out. And this takes over a year before these things happen. I give an example because it makes counterfeit devices less likely to come in the hands of the company. So when you go to direct manufacturer like AT&T where they have their stores, you know those phones have been tested and proven to meet a certain standard. One of the biggest issues that the U.S. check for is lead, even in toys. You want to make sure plastic equipments that have those casing don't have lead because lead are extremely dangerous to kids. And you know kids can take a laptop or phone or whatever gadget and put it in their mouth. So that's the one thing that is always being checked for to make sure it meets those standards. But nonetheless, is the system perfect? No, it's not perfect because you have companies who still sell online, still sell from different places. You have warehouses that those things get shipped into the U.S. But what you also have the U.S. government doing is they're also cracking down on those um, stores and individuals, and this limits the amount of equipment that are being delivered or sold here in the U.S. I think the same adoption could be taken all over Africa if it's not happening now. Um, One of the challenges you have is people don't want to pay premium quality for equipment. And I think when you do a high grade equipment that costs so much money, people don't want to pay for it and they want a cheaper quality. I'll give an example of the personal experience that I had myself.